was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here up in the front seat. Get my meals, I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling a tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Okay, she bad. She sexy. She cool. She from East Atlanta, so she like to skip school.
Literally right when we start.
Words to skip school.
Copyright.
Copywritten. I don't know the song's playing. Was that on beat? Well, he stepped in that song.
It was close.
It was gas. And I tried to listen to the actual song. It's called Peaches and Eggplants.
Peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream.
Berries and cream. Berries and cream. Berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
You know, like, it's different now that I'm a dad, because, like, obviously I'll listen to rap. I like to listen to rap. But when you have a kid in the car, it's like, there's certain stuff you just cannot play.
Yeah.
And it was wild. Like, I'm like, how do you... Like,
I remember I was going somewhere with my boy Austin and his mom, and I'd never play rap music. Like if my dad or my mom was driving me anywhere,
yeah,
I wouldn't play rap music. Like I would play like,
yeah,
you know, classic rock and stuff like that on my phone. And he was just playing rap, and he played like, and like they were cussing and shit. And I was like,
yeah,
I was like, whoa. And then he played fucking Up In It by Wiz Khalifa. And the intro line is, waking up the neighbors, they can hear the headboard shaking. I leave all your body parts aching. I was like, bro,
that's your mother.
Like, yeah, his mom was in the car, and they're just dropping F-bombs and shit. I was like, bro, is this allowed? And then they rolled the windows down while the AC was on. That was like a whole new life for me. Because if the windows are down, the AC's not on. If the AC's on, windows are rolled up. They turned the AC on and Austin rolled his window down. I was like, bro, what is happening right now?
Hey, maybe that, never mind, I'm not gonna go that far. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights Live, WoodSports.com. I'm Eazy. Join my guy, Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth is gone, so we got Nicholas Koloff on the ones and twos.
Let's go.
What up, though, fella?
Happy to be back with the boys. Let's go. Biggest show of the year. Fired up to do it with you fellas.
Is it?
It is. It's the next one.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
damn.
We're previewing the biggest game of the Lions career, so Lions fandom career. So yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, shout out to my guys on the Loose Cannon podcast for having me on. It was fun. They talked a lot of shit. They asked me, Detroit's like, you know, what? Because I think there's like Cuban sandwiches, or whatever. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, what's Detroit's food?
The thing about Cuban sandwiches is that fucking ham sandwich with mustard.
Yeah. Well, then also ours is like the Coney dog is like, I don't know what or why, how that became like our thing, but I was almost ashamed to say it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with Coney dogs.
And someone messaged me, shout out to, I don't remember who it was on Twitter, shout out to you for reaching out, but they were like, why don't you say chili cheese fries? And I was like, bro, I feel like everybody has fucking chili cheese fries. I don't think that's a Michigan thing.
No, it's definitely a Michigan thing.
Chili cheese fries is a Michigan thing?
Yeah, you ever seen
Are you sure?
Shit Detroit Ethan say?
No.
Oh, that's a great video, dude. I need chili cheese on the fries, chili cheese on the shake, chili cheese on the napkin. Y'all do grilled chili cheese? Grandma, they got grilled chili cheese.
Hey, grilled chili cheese
Give me two of them bitches.
Might be straight.
I was about to start selling dope when I lived over there. Fuck around and got baptized. I can't come into work because my uncle shot my other uncle. Dude,
I know.
That's such a good video.
I never seen that one.
It's so fucking funny.
Sounds like a banger, though. Shout out to those guys, held it down. They were like, are you concerned about like an emotional letdown after such a big win? First playoff game in 30 years? And I was like, yeah, if we didn't have fucking Dan the Man Campbell leading these guys, this is not a fucking thing. This is not going to, like, as an opposing fan, you listen to Dan Campbell, you want to run through a damn wall. I just can't wait for this game, man.
Yeah.
Having that experience, I mean, they're cool. They're plugged up, too. But I was just having like that back and forth. I just can't wait to, like, you know, talk my shit. Detroit Lions cashing the W. Is anybody nervous? Are you nervous, Nick?
No, I'm like strangely confident. So
me too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's everyday nerves. Like, just that there is a game to be played, and it's a not weak opponent, but they're not the San Francisco 49ers by any means. So I'm very confident in this game, but I think it's just the nerves of, you know, being at the game, and I think that's where it gets me.
Oh yeah, you'll be there.
Yes, sir. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Not a chance I'm selling this ticket. Not a chance.
What if?
I would sell the fuck out of that ticket.
Would you?
Yeah, bro. You can get like $2,000 for it. What?
Yeah. Did you look up the market price of your tickets yet?
Mine's around like 800 in my section because we're like 345. So,
wow.
But even if that, like, I want to tell my kids about this, like, game one day, you know, like when I'm old and shit.
Just take a picture.
You can't take that memory. You can't take that memory away. So
that's fair.
Definitely would not sell it.
Average price. We got this.
Yeah,
Yeah, $1,186
Nick.
is the average ticket price to get in for the Bucks and Lions.
You
That's
might
wild.
You might want to sell that and go take a trip to San Fran,
Yeah.
or if it's here again.
No,
How much?
I'm not
How much
selling
was it for you to upgrade for the playoffs? Do you upgrade for all 3 or all 2 or?
So usually they're like 55 a pop this season. They're obviously getting raised next season for the season tickets with the success of the team. But from 55, I think the ticket was 125 for the playoffs. So 125 for this playoff game.
So you make
That's a nice
700
little
right now.
profit.
Yeah, but like I said, this memory is worth. You can't sell it.
I know
fair.
a guy that can make that 700, 150, Nick. If you need it,
Yeah,
let me know.
that's
I got you.
It's true.
Did you guys
but
peep
not
the
selling it.
RG3 and Jay Gruden
Yeah,
beef on
bro.
Twitter last night?
That's crazy.
So
Jay
Jay
Gruden
Gruden.
deleted the tweet, though, like a puss.
Yeah, he did. I didn't see which one he replied to with that one. Do you have a side in that one, or like we just don't know enough?
I mean, I thought RG3...
I'm just here for the smoke either way.
I'm here for the smoke. I'm always down to see a fight, but I think RG3 was good
Yeah, bitch.
enough. I mean, he proved his rookie year that he was good enough, and then he got injured, and he played while injured and got even more injured. Like, if he didn't get hurt, he would have been a good quarterback.
Yeah, I never really knew the answer for that one because obviously he had Jay Gruden said it. He's like the Steelers and the Ravens.
Yeah.
Like I picked him up afterward and it didn't work out. You just weren't good enough. Ouch. But is there some truth to it? I mean,
Yeah, he's not good enough to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that's crazy to say. I don't think that's anything nobody would agree or disagree with. He was good at one point, but the injuries took a toll on him, and he wasn't the same player after that.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to RG3 about that and just get his perspective. If it was like an injury thing or like
It's definitely an injury thing. He was rookie of the year. He looked really good his rookie year. He led them to the playoffs. Like, he was making throws.
Kaepernick looked good his first year starting. Then
Yeah.
after that, it was kind of.
But
When you have that year
Kaepernick
of
was in the
tape.
pocket. RG3 was also a great passer in the pocket as well as being a dynamic athlete. Like,
Was he?
yeah, he was until he got
said that
injured.
1 year. I don't know. I don't know if I can just blame it all on an injury. I mean, I don't know. Unless those two sit it down and squabble it out, I don't know if we'll get like a true answer. I don't know if it's like fair to take a side. I don't know if we're not as informed. But I know when what's his name dropped this video. He does the busting with the boys. Will Compton. Because he was on that team. He's talking about the asshole type meeting is what he kept calling it. And I guess it hit from his perspective, like RG3 obviously balled that first year, but then from then on it was that new coaching staff. It was Jay Gruden.
Yeah.
And Jay Gruden couldn't like find a system to fit around RG3. But then he went to 2 other great organizations afterward. But I mean, whatever. Maybe his knee. Or his knee. Sean Strickland, did you see that?
Yeah.
Or hear that, I should say?
Wait, what?
Oh, so
I saw the video of him juiced out of his mind.
oh no.
Or the picture.
No, he had a press conference. This is like prior to the actual press conference, but like one of the sit downs where they're talking to the media. And if you guys aren't familiar with Sean Strickland, he's fairly conservative. He is a former neo-Nazi. Former though, for real, because his best friend's like Chris Curtis, is a black guy, he's also fighting the card. He's actually a great fighter. But either way,
He's been through a lot of shit in his life.
yeah, he's been through a lot of messed up stuff. But one of the Canadian people asked him about he made comments about like that weren't anti-gay, but you know anything that's like not pro-gay gets like casted that way. And he kind of just went off. He's like, "You're the problem with this country." Yeah, he's
No
like,
way.
Yeah, he's like, "You're the poison in this, like to this country, like ruining everything."
About gay people or just...
Just like the Chris's, like the allies, I guess. I don't know. But either way, what Chris is an
That was
ally.
such
I just
a
looked at
fucking
Chris and he
wild
was like-
stray. That was a.
That's not a stray.
That was
Are
a-
you not an ally?
That was a Barry 50 cal straight.
Is that a stray?
No, he is an ally.
I'm
No,
not calling you a boy. I'm
Are
just
you
saying
an
that's
ally?
like. Yeah, I'm an ally.
Yeah.
I don't know, like to a certain extent.
Yeah.
There's a line drawn somewhere.
Easy's like, just don't fuck me.
Either way, it's just so funny because like
Lucas is not an ally.
you know how. Yeah, come on, now that's a stray. He's not even in the room to defend himself.
Bro, Bill Barnwell looks like Mr. Potato Head.
He does look like Mr. Potato Head. But either way, mainstream media just now got a hold of like Sean Strickland. Like, this is outrageous. You can't host an event on ESPN and blah. Like, they're trying to get it canceled. But it's like
Dana doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, do you
dude.
know who Dana White is?
Dana does not give
Dana
a
White
shit.
slapped his wife like a month ago this time last year. Or
he sure
around
did.
this time last year. It was New Year's, wasn't it?
He sure did.
And then guess what he did afterward? He opened up the fucking slap league as a fucking new sport.
That was his promo.
Like, you think that you're crying and bitching is gonna like cancel a UFC event? You're out of your mind. Half those guys are psychopaths. They get in the cage in their underwear and beat the piss out of each other. What is going on?
Shout out to Detroit Supremacy. Take your pants off.
I don't agree with like obviously his views. That is awesome. Can we full screen this?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't agree with his views, but it's America, bro. Fucking people have. This doesn't even do it. That doesn't do it. This is even cooler in person. Why is this a thing right now? No way. Why? When did this happen?
This happened pre-show.
This is Noah. He does our YouTube videos and Instagram or Twitter clips. All right. Surprise for that one. Shout out to Antonio Pierce getting hired by the Oakland Raiders. I think well deserved. Are you wearing a Raiders cap? No, it's Kings.
No, but good for Antonio Pierce. He deserves that for sure. And shout out to Antonio Pierce. Shout out Noah as well. He was cooking up.
Can we play the Sean Strickland stuff?
I don't know, bro.
I don't think so, right?
I mean, we can, because it's like a media press thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Also, do you get like? Well, no, because it's him saying it.
Guilty by association.
We're just reacting to it. Yeah, we can play it. Why? Are people asking to hear it?
I want to hear it. I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, I'll find it.
I got it. I'll send it in Slack right now.
To the right one?
Yeah.
It's from me sitting down with the microphone?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, we don't need a 3-cam.
Well, just 3-cam is just in case, because I don't want like.
I accidentally put it in my own Slack, so it's in the DMs.
Okay. No, this guy's a loser.
I want to hear what he says, because.
Oh, it was.
It was bad.
Yeah.
He's. I mean.
You know, I'm like pretty conservative. I'm like Mr. Free Speech, which again he could feel that way. He could say that way. I just as like some shit with
unneeded.
Yes, very unneeded.
I mean, yeah, you don't got to do all that.
Very unneeded. Like the initial comment, I guess, not even so much his reaction to it, but the initial comment, I do kind of agree. But again, like you said, a lot of people don't. He's been through a lot of like messed up stuff.
He has. I mean, that doesn't give you a pass to say whatever you want, though. A lot of people have been through fucked up shit and don't turn into bigots or assholes.
A lot of people do turn that though.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel there's a lot more going the other way.
But you don't have to be, is what I'm saying. That's not an excuse to be that.
I don't know, damage people. I mean, I guess like I understand like
hurt people.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's how I look at it.
I got it. It doesn't fit in the box, so I'm gonna overlay you guys. So.
Okay.
So
just to be safe.
Yeah, just to be safe.
By the way, I think he's getting knocked out tomorrow either way.
All right, here's
I
the
want
video.
him to win though. I think he's.
We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said if I had a gay son, I would think I'd.
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
You become a champion.
Not safe for
work. And someone said,
let me ask you something. Are you gay? No, are you? Let me know. Are you gay?
Could I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is the part. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay.
Chris.
If you had a son and he was like, you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're part of the fucking problem. You elected Justin Trudeau, like, when he sees the bank accounts, like, you're just fucking pathetic, and the fact that you have no fucking backbone, and has he shut down your fucking country and seized bank accounts? You ask me some stupid shit like that, go fuck yourself. Move the fuck on, man.
That doesn't really answer the question, but I did want to ask also things you said about the trans community. You said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight, they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know and will know what they stand for.
This guy's like, this Canadian's not that Canadian.
Are you still going to use your time to?
What?
There's two. Well, one of them got pissed off or grossed out.
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness, and now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of fucking you. And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your fucking bullshit you're fucking peddling. The world is not saying, you know what? You're right. Fucking chicks have dicks. The world's not saying that. The world's saying, no, there are two genders. I don't want my kids being taught about, who they could fuck in school. I don't want my kids being taught about, their sexual preference. Like, dude, this guy is the fucking enemy. You want to look at the fucking enemy to our world? It's that motherfucker right there. Asking these stupid fucking questions.
Yeah, that's
Chris, I'm an ally. I can't listen.
What the fuck?
That is yikes.
Is that the whole thing?
Yeah, that was.
All right,
That's not good.
By the way, Spencer's the one that wanted to play that. If anybody's offended,
I mean, I wanted to hear what he said. I didn't hear it. That's
fair. No, but yes,
that's just
crazy.
come on, man.
So basically,
Like,
so guys
relax.
are. The community that obviously that opposed. They're trying to get the event canceled. And this is not happening.
The event's not going to get canceled because Dana doesn't care. But like,
Yeah.
you don't gotta say all that, man. That's
Dana's response to that stuff is like brilliant, by the way, too. Because like if you don't, because what he says, the only time Dana like talked about like because this is what the UFC is going to like start doing moving forward, I guess, is like because they're still believing like the free speech thing. You say what you want, like you believe what you got to believe. But if you cross the F word, they're going to start finding people for, and like the racist stuff, like you're going to find, or not racist stuff, but the stuff that Colby said about Leon's dad, like family stuff, you start getting fines for. Which, like, I mean, that is the way to contain it, I should say. But
a little aggressive there. A little aggressive
the
there.
way he promotes it, though, is like if you don't like what he has to say, you buy the pay-per-view and watch him get punched in the face. Which is true.
That's fair. Let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes. All memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit, and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where fitness is essential.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Swiss Insurance is the best place to shop your home and auto insurance. Make sure you guys do it the best. It's my guy, Mark. Email him, mark@swissins.com, or give him a call at 248-800-4177. What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spin More Rex. Young Chris, JB Smooth is not here, but we have Nicholas Koloff. If you guys could have seen his face during that Sean Strickland rant and the mustache, he was like, yeah! I'm just kidding.
Let's not start this. I'm an ally.
Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream.
Dude, Detroit Supremacy says Sean Strickland without fighting skills equals average Tampa Bay resident.
Whew.
That's pretty true, honestly.
You know, it was crazy. It's like
a good call.
I know Tampa Bay's a place because of Lightning, because of Buccaneers. But like, what cultural things are actually like from Tampa Bay?
Nothing.
Can you name a rapper from Tampa Bay?
Botox and drugs.
I asked them about last night. Can you guys have rappers from Tampa? They couldn't name. Not like damn thing.
That's actually a good one.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like every city,
every
respectable city. No offense to cities that don't. I'm sorry. That's maybe it could be the next one.
You just if you have nothing but sports teams, like that's actually wild.
Now
that's
imagine being
wild.
from like North and South Dakota. You got
you just got nothing.
Yeah.
Well, North Dakota State's a fine hockey college.
Got nothing.
They've got a lot. They got a
there.
couple championships there for North Dakota State.
Do they really?
Yeah, my neighbor's godson is arguably the best collegiate hockey goalie of all time. He went to North Dakota State. I think he has 2 championships. He's got the longest, most periods without allowing a goal and most minutes without allowing a goal in NCAA hockey history. Beat Jimmy Howard's records.
They got nothing.
Cam Johnson. Shout out Cam Johnson.
If that's the first time I heard Cam Johnson, they got nothing. Lions versus Bucks. How the Lions get it done, Svinny?
Well, the Lions have to be creative on offense if they want to get this done. We've talked about the Bucs defense a lot throughout the week, and it's because they have a lot of playmakers in a lot of different places. They got a lot of playmakers on that defense in the secondary, obviously the linebacking core and that defensive line, so you can't be one-dimensional. You're going to have to mix it up. Ben Johnson's going to have to get creative, open up that playbook a little bit, get guys in situations where they can make the best out of their athleticism, get J-Mo involved, get Jahmyr Gibbs involved. That's going to be the recipe on offense, is to get creative, go out there, make sure you make mismatches, attack those mismatches, and then keep changing things up, because you can't just keep giving them the same look, or Todd Bowles is going to adapt to it, and he's going to make changes on his defense. And then defensively, they need to get after Baker Mayfield. You got to get after Baker Mayfield. Hutchinson has been fantastic the past couple weeks. He's got 7 sacks in the past 3 weeks. We need him to continue that surge, to continue that high-level play that we've seen so far. James Houston coming back, being questionable for this game, but I assume he's going to play, is awesome, because we're going to need him to get out there and get after Baker Mayfield. If you let Baker sit back there and have time, he is going to deliver the ball to his playmakers. He is going to get the ball to a Mike Evans, to a Chris Godwin, and we know this Lions secondary isn't too great when it comes to shutting down receivers, so they're going to have to get after Baker Mayfield and make it uncomfortable for him.
Jeff Olson, World Sports Chat. Bucs defense going to make life very, very hard for the Detroit Lions. You in agreement? Can you see that being a thing?
Who?
He says the Bucs defense is going to make life very hard for the Detroit Lions.
I mean, yeah, the Bucs defenses, they got a good defense, man. It's not like they got a bunch of scrubs over there. So they took care of it, obviously, in the first week, or the first matchup. They put up 20 points on them. So you're going to have to do that again. You're going to have to use that same formula, but now you have more pieces. You have more ingredients to add to that formula with a Jahmyr Gibbs, with David Montgomery being healthy, with other guys. You move out there, and you can make sure to make that formula work again. So I'm excited to see what they can do going forward. But yeah, it's not like the Buccaneers have a bad defense. You got to go out there and make some things happen. But the Lions have the weapons to do that.
Chris, Nick. Are you nervous about the Bucs defense?
To me, the biggest key to this game is obviously picking up the blitz, and I think some of the running backs are going to have to come up big in this situation, protecting the blitz, not getting pounded through there. My bad. Pause. But yeah, making sure Jared Goff is comfortable in this game. I do not want to see Goff on the turf early, or we might start seeing him get a little
rattled.
Yeah, a little rattled there. So I think that's a big thing, protecting the quarterback, especially with some of those running backs helping out against the blitz.
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to Goff showing it time and time again. When he has the time in the pocket, when the offensive line is intact and at its best, which is often because it's the best line or one of the best lines in the NFL. So when he has that time, he's able to make the right plays. He's able to get the ball to the right people. So, the blitz will be something to watch for. It'll be something to look at. But at the end of the day, you just gotta find something to dump off. Maybe not dump it off right there because you don't like that option. You like that option a little bit better, but either way.
Sorry, I just keep making faces at everyone while they're talking.
What do you think? What are your keys?
Keys for the Detroit Lions to get done?
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to run the football. Speaking of the Bucs fans last night, I don't think like they're just capping a little bit. Like Todd Bowles has always been a great defensive coordinator, a great defensive mind in this league. I think Dan Campbell speaking of that his damn self. But if you ever run the football, that's just one of those things where you control the game at that point. Like if you hat on hat and just shove it down their throats, all pause intended. Like you control the game at that point. And on top of that, obviously Jared Goff is great in the play action. I think that's just how things need to be set up. Now, according to Tampa Bay fans, he can stop the run whenever he wants, whenever he damn well pleases. But there's more than we're us. Knowing damn well we have like a top 5, top 3, top 2 offensive line in the league and a top 2 rushing offense in the league, we know that we can run the ball almost at will.
Yeah.
And there's been other teams that are lesser than us in the run game who's run for over 100 yards on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So as much as they claim they can stop that run at will, I don't believe that to be the case. I think it will be tougher. I don't think the Detroit Lions are going to run all day on them because I do respect Vita Vea. I think that guy's an absolute monster. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have had a great run defense since Tom Brady was there. But I think Detroit Lions run it consistently enough to open up things for Jared Goff. The blitzes, I heard that being a concern, and I agree. You know, Jared Goff can get rattled. We've seen it ourselves. We have the turnover controversies, the stretch of those. But they asked me last night, is he like pivotal to like this Detroit Lions success? And you know me, typically I'm like, yeah, anybody can step in that offense and execute it, which I do believe the case. But at this point, Jared Goff has that thing so down packed that like even when he does get blitzed, he just knows where his guys are going to be. You know, like Jared Goff in 2021, we mocked, we made fun of, we all doubted. But Jared Goff like 2022 and Jared Goff 2023, he's throwing like no-look passes and shit. Yeah. And that's just how comfortable he is with this offense. And it's his second year installed with it, second year with the same play caller, second year with the same pass catchers outside like Sam Laporta. And they've only grown too. That fourth down play from last week in the end zone where they ended up scoring the touchdown, that was on Sam Laporta extending it, and they just had the chemistry to get done. Like, I don't know if you guys like remember like Goff like kind of like freaked out there for a minute. By the way, shout out to the offensive line for keeping them protecting that situation. Yeah. But yeah, they just held down. Then obviously him and Laporta had enough chemistry to know where he was going to go with it to extend his route, and it ended up being a touchdown. But I think he is pivotal because he just no matter what you throw at him, he's comfortable. He knows what's going on. He knows where his guys are at. He just has to make the throw. Yeah. So I listen. I'd love to sell that. I'm a little bit nervous about the Tampa Bay defense, but I'm really not.
Mike Nazareth has something to say to you, Eazy. He says, great job on the Loose Cannons podcast. Those guys were a-holes.
Yeah, I mean, they're like us.
They talk shit.
Yeah. We're nicer to our guests, but like we're on a network, and like, they're us if we would have been Studio B. Yeah. If that would have carried on, for sure. It was a great time. Yes, they're assholes, but like they're cool assholes. I enjoyed it.
It was fun. I was talking a lot of shit in the chat.
Yeah. I saw you said a Detroit crackhead versus a Florida man's like the ultimate battle.
Yeah, it's a heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
Heavyweight matchup. Detroit crackhead versus Florida man.
My guy, Stink Bastard, on the podcast, he had the big glasses or whatever. Somebody called them Bubbles, like Tampa Bay Bubbles. I was dying. I was crying over that one. But if their defense, here's why I think their defense can get us. But I also have like a feeling that they won't, is that they do have great linebackers who've been part of a champion, like Super Bowl roster, and they've been there ever since. And they do have great safeties as well. Talking about Antoine Winfield, who's been there ever since as well too. But if it's truly the same system or same style he threw at the Philadelphia Eagles, he's blitzing all the time, those linebackers, those safeties are not going to be there in the middle of the field where the Detroit Lions eat. And those are the teams that give us issues, like the Chicago Bears. Great linebackers and a pretty good secondary, great safety in Jaquan Brisker. They gave us issues because they closed down the middle of the field. Yeah. But these guys are sending those guys on blitzes as extra like rushers. So the middle field's going to be open, and Jared Goff he's going to know where his guys are. And the guys like Amon St. Brown, we saw it in the first game against Tampa Bay. He took that third down pass, he turned it into a fucking touchdown. Remember Craig Reynolds had the sick ass like Superman block out of nowhere? Yeah. Like Amon-Ra's a playmaker. Even back to last week when he caught the ball against the Rams, he's ripped that bitch out, just kept going for like 5-6 more yards. Like,
he's a playmaker, man.
We're Gucci, man. I think the game will be closer than a lot of people are thinking. I don't know if we'll necessarily cover the spread, but I'm still fairly confident in this win. For something in me just is not telling me this Lions season is over. Like, I'm already trying to book like interviews and guests for next week talking about Detroit Lions win. And I don't know if that's like bad juju or not, but like I'm fairly confident in the boys. And again, I don't think there's any type of emotional letdown because Dan Campbell's the leader of this fucking team.
I agree. Let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's. Come to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and register to win a trip of your dreams. An all-expenses-paid suite to the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right, no expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Feel alive during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest New Year's sales event ever. Get the best prices on our huge selection of award-winning Chevrolets. Like this 2024 Equinox for $188 per month. Or this 2024 Silverado for $268 per month. It's the New Year's sales event going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 19th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal extended through January 19th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer is Feldman Chevrolet. They got over 18 locations across the great state of Michigan, and you can find one in your backyard by visiting feldmanauto.com. Make sure you guys check them out and check out Woodward Sports live every other Monday, the Feldman Chevrolet Novi for Morning Woodward and BD. Buongiorno. Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on a Friday before the Detroit Lions. I don't want to talk too reckless. I am making myself nervous. I am getting a little too confident here. But smash that like button, be your friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Dan Campbell spoke to the media today, and he had some pretty cool things to say about Jared Goff. And not just Jared Goff. You know how Dan Campbell kind of rambles on, extended to Brad Holmes and like the rest of the people along with him. Chris, you mind playing that video?
Yes, sir.
How long did it take you to figure that out that first year here? I mean, Brad was telling you these things, I'm sure, but and you challenged Jared at different times in that.
Well, I think that, you know, when you're in the middle of that year, I think somewhere around the bye, that's when you really notice it, because look, none of us are, and we're all under heat, and you know, I'm not a very good coach, and he's not a very good quarterback, and you know, Brad's not a very good evaluator of talent, can't get enough pieces. You know, it's the whole thing, and so you can't listen to all that. But I just know that, you know, when all that stuff was surfacing, man, that's about as bad as it gets, and he never got frazzled by it. And I just think that's impressive, you know. And I told those guys this. He's one of those. It's easy to find out. You know, it's easy when everything's going right. You're winning games. Guys are around. They all love it. You want to be a part of it. But when you are 0-10-1, you find out about people. You find out about players and coaches, people in the organization. And so that's why you have the best perception of what those people are and how they're made and what drives them and what they're willing to do for those around them. It's a much better viewpoint and look at people than when everything's going great. You got 12 wins, you're blah, blah, blah. So he's one of those guys. I know exactly what he is when it's at its worst, and I'll take that guy any day.
That last line, I'll take that guy over any day. I respected it. I appreciate that a lot coming from Dan Campbell, especially as a guy that, I mean, I don't think I mean, maybe call it a criticism of Goff. When he obviously plays bad games, we have to like criticize him. We have to talk about the game. It's our job, right? But I just been, I guess more of like a realist. I don't want to say that I've been like, I know it gets cast as hate and whatever not, but I just feel like I've kept it real, right? Like, he's not the MVP of the league right now and all that good stuff like that. But the initial question was, when did Dan Campbell find out that toughness about Jared Goff? And he had mentioned going through that, you know, that point where they're 0-10-1 and there's no loss, there's no wins, and you know, people are talking about firing Dan Campbell. People obviously still continue to shine Jared Goff because of trade and whatnot. But I think that's like it's a telltale sign of why they believe in that term, grit.
Yeah.
And it's a telltale sign of why they are very picky about who they have in that locker room, because as he said, like, they saw the worst of it. You know, like 0-10-1, you're getting questioned for your job. Brad Holmes getting questioned for his acquisitions, and obviously your quarterback's getting questioned. I think they just want guys that are able to like ride out those situations versus people who only are going to be up when they're up, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And I guess like I understand like their mindset a little bit more. I guess that's why I grabbed that video, and that's why I grabbed from it, Spinny. What about you?
Yeah, I liked what he said when he said like you find out about not only the players and the coaches, but the people in that front office, the people in the organization, and who was the person who stepped up when we were at our lowest, when the Lions fandom was at the lowest, when people were getting all of those fire this guy, fire that guy, get him out of here, fire Dan Campbell. It was Sheila Ford Hamp. She stepped up. She went down there. She addressed the media. She was told not to. She was advised not to. But she addressed the media. She walked up to him and she said, hey, these are our guys. These are our guys. I believe in Brad. I believe in Dan. We brought them in here for a reason, and they're going to change things. They're going to move this around. They're going to make this a good situation. And that's exactly what they did. You know, they went out there, they took care of business, and they've been on the winning side of things ever since. So I give a lot of credit to her and what she did to inspire these guys, what she did to instill faith into these guys. So shout out to Sheila Ford Hamp for being being the first one to kind of step in front of a mic and say like, hey, these are our guys. I believe them. I'm with them. I'm riding with them. We brought them in here for a reason.
Yeah, and again, speaking as like I don't know what to call myself, a golf truther, to hear like Dan Campbell say like I take that guy over a lot of other people. It does restore a little bit more faith than I had previously. Because I'm a big believer in Dan Campbell. I think it's quite obvious. I believe more in this coaching staff than like anything else. I feel like that's what's been absent all these years with the Detroit Lions. I mean, someone just mentioned it in the chat when people were talking about the 2014 team versus this team. And I think you'd be silly not to say that 2014 team wasn't more talented, because it was. Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback. Calvin Johnson, one of the best receivers of all time. Dominique Sue, I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Ziggy Ansah in his prime was a dog. Nick Fairley obviously played his part, whether it's coming in a double team or not. Like, he was there to,
Slay.
He's a piece of it. You got big play Slay, Glover back there,
yeah,
and Hedabo. Like, the talent was
DeAndre
there.
Levy.
Yeah, the list goes on and on, right? Like, hands down, that's a more talented team. But what we never had is this coaching staff. And if I'm gonna, stand around and preach that and tell you guys I believe this coaching staff more than anything, and that same the head coach tells you that Jared Goff is his guy, then I had to buy in along with it, man. Shit, JG, we're riding with you till wheels fall off at this point. And obviously, if he has bad games, I'm speaking the bad games. But I'm like, one thing I won't do, and I think it's clear at this point, is like when people try to like talk you into he's MVP or like I don't care, but he doesn't need to be that. As long as this coaching staff is intact, they'll be fine. And like the next segment, we're gonna speak about this coaching staff being intact because Ben Johnson,
quarterback,
AG, they took a couple interviews today, and Dan Campbell spoke about how he's gonna react to those things. I want to save that for its own separate segment though. So Nick, I want to ask you, what were your takeaways from Dan Campbell's, I guess, rant right there talking about Jared Goff's toughness and what he found out about him?
Yeah, it really speaks to me that Dan kept the receipts for his quarterback through the tough times. And I go back to that Minnesota game for that first win when Jared Goff and Dan Campbell bear hugged on the sidelines. I think he picked him up at one point. It was such a strong embrace. And that puts me it just makes me visualize the locker room and how much Jared Goff probably wanted that win. And obviously he's grinding, not wanting to give up. I mean, after 10 losses, you're at rock bottom. So to see him keep fighting and Dan Campbell remembering that, and now to see all the success, he deserves all the flowers that he's going to get. And especially after the NFC North division title and our first playoff win in 30-plus years, Jared Goff for sure deserves his flowers. And I'm glad Dan Campbell's giving it to him.
Yeah, I said it after he won the playoff game. I'll never say anything bad about him again. He won the division. He won a playoff game. That earns you immortality in my mind for me talking shit about you.
And honestly, bro, I don't think we ever talked shit. We picked on his dick riding fans, like cousin Keys. No offense. His Goff number 2 in yards, 50 yards out of number 1. All year, you should have had faith, Eazy. I never lacked faith. Rather, my record prediction was 12-5, and we told you guys are going to cash in a playoff win. The part where we drew the line was, again, when you guys tried to have these MVP conversations or
Goff did it all.
Elite conversations. Yeah, this is not the case at all. You're seeing these lists come out of scariest quarterbacks in the playoffs. Obviously, the MVP odds. I don't even want to have this conversation because it does sound like hate. It sounds like you're shitting on the guy, but I'm just pointing out facts. That's all we're doing. And if the truth hurts, then yeah, you're gonna turn around and be like, oh, you just hate. No, that's the truth. That's what's happening. That's what's going on. Ben Johnson's a big piece of this. We're blessed to have Ben Johnson. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Let's take a quick break. Let's get into that one because Ben Johnson took a couple interviews today. AG took a couple interviews today, and Dan Campbell spoke about how that would affect the team. Will you call her?
No, just telling you to speak on that a little bit. It's not like Goff looks flashy or puts up these big numbers, but the fact that this dude wins, that's all he does is win. Besides his first year in LA, or his rookie year in LA and his first year with the Lions, the dude's a winning quarterback. That's all he does. It may not look the prettiest, but he gets the job done, which I love. It doesn't have to be flashy in my eyes. I trust in Goff right now for sure.
He's a good quarterback, and he's in a great situation. Same thing when he was in L.A. Good quarterback in a great situation with Sean McVay. When he had a good quarterback, and sometimes you need a little extra oomph if you don't have the play structure there and the team structure there. But once Ben Johnson got a hold of it, listen, now you're those guys that believe in that are able to throw those shots or say those type of things. He is good enough. And right now, as the roster is currently constructed, we have a lot of pieces on rookie deals. And maybe you can make something happen. But it feels like this would be the year to do it, in my opinion, because Amon-Ra St. Brown's getting paid next year. Penei Sewell's coming up next year. Like, things are going to start changing. That's where the contract conversations begins to happen. But I'm not going to have that.
The wheels are going to start turning, but they haven't stopped yet this year.
Yeah, I'm going to have that conversation.
Still got a lot in
of
front of you. Still got 3 more wins to get. Still got 2 more banners to hang. So,
yeah. Not having that conversation to the end of the season.
Let's go.
Let's go, boys. Let me tell you about Fairway Pack Company, because for over 50, 60 years, it's a long time. They provided Michigan's finest hotels, restaurants, and casinos with the finest prime beef, Wagyu beef, and dry-aged beef. Visit fairwaypacking.com to get some ordered to your house or stop for grab-and-go steaks in Grosse Pointe.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays. Join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
RIP to the same old Lions. Big thanks to Sheila, Brad, and Dan for putting them to rest. And guess what else has found its grave? Same old rock, paper, scissors. Jack Labrador has revolutionized that tired game with 2 new symbols and a franchise-changing 3-point play. Discover the action at jacklabrador.gg now and find out why once you go Jack, you never go back.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by guys Spin Rex, young Chris, Nicholas Koloff on the 1s and 2s. Before we went to break, we were kind of discussing how our guy JG can produce with the right pieces around him. Mm-hmm. And the roster is currently constructed as that, and the coaching staff too. Things might get shaken up a little bit. But I'm not talking about for next year. We're not doing that. I mean, if it happens, it happens during the conversation. But I want to talk about how it affects the game coming up this Sunday. And Dan Campbell had some words on that.
Correct. And good chance one or both earn the opportunity that they're going to get. I was curious about your backup plan. Like, how do you approach from, whether it's off season to now, like how much time are you putting into thinking about what's next with your staff and what goes into that process?
Nothing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me is done all in the off season, and that's the point at which you have to have an answer for the next year if you lose coordinators for the following year. So that thing's been in motion. My head has been there back in the offseason. It's not there right now at all, not even close. Everything is about right now. We got our 2 coordinators here who are outstanding coaches, as well as Dave Phipp. And they're the biggest reasons why we're sitting where we're at. And so they're here, and they're part of us. I'm glad they're part of us, and that we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
How did Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn balance the interviews that they have with preparing for this game?
Well, we'll find out because it starts today. Here's what I know this about both of them. They are 100% team oriented. They're all about the team. They're all about this plan. They're all about those players in that room and the other coaches around them. And that's where it all starts for them. They both understand they have an opportunity, but it's and so they're going to take these. But they also know, hey, if anything, what you're going to get is I'm going to tell you, you're going to find out who I am, right? And here's the luxury that a lot of coaches have that do these that aren't in the playoffs. They get to dive into the roster of, hey, I want to go in. You're interviewing me, Washington. Okay, I'm going to look at your roster up and down, tell you what you do well, what you don't, what I do with it. But they can't do that. They don't have time. They don't have time. So what they need to do is, and they will, just let them know who you are, what you're about, why you feel like we had success here, the things you believe in. and either they like you or you don't. And that's just, it's a little unfair, but it's also, it's the business. And so you do that, you move on, get ready for the game, and here we go.
And there was Dan Campbell speaking about, I guess, how that would affect them, how it affects, I guess, the coordinators both for their interviews and how it could possibly affect the Detroit Lions for what they got going on. Sounds like he's fairly confident and obviously their commitment to the Detroit Lions, and that's, I think, where we all want it. But how much bullshit is it that the NFL allows this to even happen in the middle of, like, a pursuit of a Super Bowl? It's just, why can't we wait until February? I don't understand why these interviews need to be conducted now. Why people are, because, like, it's just like Dan Campbell said, it's a competitive space, obviously, to become an NFL head coach. There's only 32 jobs available in the world. So you have guys that have an off season because that team didn't make the playoffs or got kicked out in the first round, who can, like Dan Campbell said, dive into the roster, give the same way as Sean McVay. He was the youngest coach in the NFL history before Todd Mayo. Shout out Gerard Mayo, I should say. But when Sean McVay went to the Rams, he had everything mapped out. This is what I'm gonna do. This is how we're gonna do it. I think we do this X and O, and he got the job. Like, oh shit, like this guy has an entire game plan for us. Dan Campbell had an entire game plan for us when he came in too, outside of the Matthew Stafford situation. Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn aren't going to be able to have the same competitive advantage.
No.
And so, like, on one hand, it's not fair to them. But on two, if they did want to, like, I guess even out that competitive, or I guess being able to, like, tell someone's roster what they want to do with it, that then takes them away from prepping to make their first NFC Conference Championship since, 92, 91, whenever Barry and them did it. And then that's not fair to the organization that hasn't had a playoff win in the last, 32 years, outside of last week, of course. It's bullshit. It's also not fair to the organizations too that are, like, pressed to make a hire, or like maybe they're scared of missing out on somebody because, like, maybe you don't hire a Ben Johnson because you're nervous about that, or he wasn't able to give you, like, the type of interview you wanted. The league needs to change. It makes no fucking sense for it to be this way. It really doesn't.
Yeah, no, it sucks. It sucks that this is how it is, and it sucks for both parties. Like you said, it sucks for the guys interviewing, and it sucks for the teams that are having their guys interviewed. Because you don't think Ben Johnson would, if he wants one of these head coaching positions, would have a plan prepared, would have a breakdown of their roster, of the scheme that he wants to develop with these players. Obviously he would. Obviously he would have done all his homework going into these interviews, which would put him in a position that he's never been in as a head coach in the NFL, one of 32 spots in the world. So that is something that they needed time to prepare for, but they can't because their dedication, and rightfully so, is to the Detroit Lions trying to win playoff games. So they don't have time to go in their free time, the little free time they have during the playoffs, and create this scheme. So it sucks for them and it sucks for the team because this is just more distractions for guys that are trying to game plan. There's nothing that Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson should be focused on but Tampa Bay right now.
That's what they're hired.
There is nothing they should be focused on but Tampa Bay right now. But unfortunately, and I mean, I don't blame them for it, they're fielding these interviews from other teams. I don't think the interview process should be able to start until the Super Bowl's over.
I agree. Or at least, like, if you're going to interview a guy, let his season be over. Like let that be a thing where you can't. I have this, and I don't know, man, because I did see something where the Panthers denied somebody getting interviewed. Why? I don't fucking know. I guess Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes are such, like, team guys that they're not going to, like, take those opportunities away from them and deny those interview requests.
That would go to me. That would go against the regime.
Yeah,
and the foundation of.
But it just shouldn't be a fucking thing until that team's season is over. It's unfair.
I agree 1,000%. But the devil's advocate of it is we've seen plenty of good organizations survive this.
Oh, it happens to every good team, for sure.
This is something that is new to the Lions, but it's something that they're going to have to handle. Unfortunately, the rules are the rules, but great teams manage to get through things like this, situations like this, moments like this. So I think it's something that it sucks, but you have to get used to it until the rules change.
Yeah, you say, and I'm not, like, attacking you. I'm just like,
no, that's a
great teams get through it once, like, a guy gets hired away. But I can look at examples like the Philadelphia Eagles, an example, like a perfect example actually. Who's his name that ended up in Arizona? John something. I don't remember his name.
Jonathan Gannon.
Jonathan Gannon. He blamed. And maybe, again, it's maybe not him being accountable to, like, what maybe it actually is a way of being accountable because he blamed himself still. But he blamed the interview process, not allowing him to dedicate his entire, like, time to the Super Bowl. His players kind of threw him under the bus for the same reason. Now he got the Arizona job, but guess what the Eagles didn't do? They didn't win that Super Bowl. Like I want to go back and then so like another. I'm just going off the top of my head right here too, and feel free to chime in. But I go back to 2021 Rams. They not a single like they won the Super Bowl. Nobody was hired off of their staff to become another head coach. Go to the Chiefs last year actually. Nobody was hired off that staff to become head coach. They
not a head coach, but they lost Bieniemy.
They lost Bieniemy, right? But it wasn't like an interview process where they lost him. You know what I'm saying like they still went on to become a head coach.
I mean, I'm sure he interviewed for the offensive coordinator position.
I don't think he interviewed during the Super Bowl run though.
I'm
fairly confident he didn't. I mean, you can look it up and find. We can find it and be factual about it.
I mean, the Eagles put up 35 points in that Super Bowl, so I don't think that was on the offense per se. But I think that we're going to have to get used to this.
I'm talking about the defense coordinator. Jonathan Gannon was the defense coordinator.
They both.
Yeah, my fault.
They both got jobs as head coaches, though.
Yeah, exactly. But we're going to have to get used to this as an organization because that's what good teams do. They get poached. I think it's absolute BS that they can do it. But we just need it's next man up mentality for the upcoming years. Obviously, this is big right now for this next game and hopefully the NFC Championship and hopefully the Super Bowl. But this happens to good teams all the time. It's all about next man up when it comes to next year. And hopefully Dan Campbell has been molding and creating some offensive minds to fill for Ben Johnson. Here's a
quote from an article about Eric Bieniemy. Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy held off on speaking with other teams until after the offensive coordinator vacancies before the team had won the Super Bowl. But the game and the parade are now in the books, so he interviewed with the Commanders. So he told them like, no, I'm not interviewing.
And they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. It's bullshit. I can't fix anything about it. I could sit here and bitch about it. And maybe that moves the NFL to do something. You got the fans, get on Twitter, get on X, complain about this. I mean, I don't know, something has to shake. I don't think it's going to come from us per se, because obviously the NFL doesn't give a fuck what the fans got to say. Well, the Cowboys situation would never happen. That game would have got turned over. But I think league offices, I think Sheila, I think other owners that are being affected by this or have been affected by this should speak up, man, because this is bullshit.
Yeah, but then you get that divide of the consistently good organizations like San Francisco, like Philadelphia, like the organizations that have been consistently successful are the minority of the owner. So if you make it like a Lions, 49ers, Eagles complain, but for every one of those three teams, you're going to have teams like Chicago, teams like Carolina that are against that. So it's like it's not going to
fuck those teams. You can still hire him. Just wait until after their season is over.
I agree.
There's nothing those teams can say that they're at a detriment because of.
I agree. And I think this is what the NFL looks at, and I think it's wrong because I think you're ultimately right. But I think maybe the NFL is looking at it from the perspective of these teams that suck, if we give them more time, more opportunity to figure out their offseason, they essentially have longer offseasons than the teams like the Lions that are competitive right now. And their hope is that the bad teams are balanced out by having the longer offseason to kind of fully flesh out their ideas more so than these these teams that are in the Super Bowl and then a couple weeks later the draft is here So
Aaron Glenn interviewed with the Falcons and the Titans today.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I don't know, man. I will be unconvinced that this is absolute bullshit. I don't think even the minority teams, because you brought up the 49ers. They've been to Super Bowls, but same thing. They haven't won one, So it's like, it feels like correlation-wise, it is affecting these coaches. And matter of fact, you had one outright say it last year in Jonathan Gannon. It's just, it needs to be changed.
I agree. I'm just saying the consistently successful organizations are far fewer than the number of organizations that constantly go through turmoil that are gonna argue against that. You see what I'm saying? Like there's only 5, 6,
yeah, but their
7
arguments
good
are
teams.
Shit. Like fuck your argument. Like what do you mean? You could just wait. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but that's how the league works. If it's 25 teams arguing against 5, 6, 7 teams, Roger Goodell is probably right or wrong gonna side with the 25.
Yeah, fuck that.
Are you guys concerned personally that this is happening for the Lions? Do you think it's gonna affect them this Sunday?
No, I don't.
Eazy?
I don't. I think this team is locked in enough. I think Dan Campbell has his players and his coordinators locked in. It's just like any time I hear anything about distractions from this team, I don't buy into it at all. This team is locked in. They're dialed in. He has them focused. They've all done this before. They've all been in coaching staffs. They've all
haven't done this before.
They've been Aaron Glenn and Dan Campbell have never been in situations where they've made a playoff run as coaches.
No.
They didn't make playoff runs in New Orleans. They didn't make playoff runs in New Orleans.
No. Not as a head coach, not as a defensive coordinator, and Ben Johnson not as an offensive
as a
coordinator.
coaching staff.
As the heads of those
I'm
staff,
saying
they
as
haven't.
coaches, they've been in this situation before. As coaches, they've been in a situation where they've been deep in the playoffs before, and it didn't let them distract them at that point.
They haven't. They quite literally haven't. Not at these positions. No.
I'm saying as coaches,
Yeah,
when they were coaches.
But if you're like being a secondary coach or like a tight ends coach or a freaking quality coach, is not the same as being the guy that's in charge of the entire unit. It's not the same.
You have your responsibilities. You have the things you need to do. Distractions are distractions.
You're in charge of so many more things than those guys at those positions.
Distractions are distractions.
You're in charge of everything. Everybody on the offensive side of the ball, you're in charge of.
And so you don't think they can handle it while doing these interviews? I don't think it's a distraction for them at all.
I think it's definitely a distraction.
I think they are dialed in and they know what they're doing. They're professionals and they can handle it.
I think they're dialed in and know what they're doing up to like a certain point when it comes to that interview. And then that's obviously that time is taken away. It is what it is. I don't doubt their commitments. I don't doubt anything like that, and their will to win or anything like that. But factually, their time, their bandwidth is taken away from these interview processes.
So do you think it'll affect them this Sunday against the
I think
Bucs
we're
that
lucky.
they are taking these?
I think we're lucky in facing a team like the Buccaneers and one that you already beat. Two, obviously you beat them like with less of your roster, and they're not the greatest. I feel lucky in that. I think we'll escape that. But just going forward for everybody, not even just because I'm a Lions fan, I think it's just a bullshit. I hate it. I hate it for every organization. I hate it as a competitive piece too. These guys should be able to focus on the task at hand. They're already employed.
They can decline the interviews like Eric Bieniemy did.
That is true. That part is true. But they're not going to do that. It's a head coaching interview.
Well,
you're talking about like offensive coordinator interviews or whatever. Like it just
be more mad at them then, because it's an open market, and the teams can do what they want.
I'm mad at the NFL. I've been clear on that. I think it's a bullshit rule, and they need to change it. They just changed it this year because I know it was an issue after the Jonathan Gannon stuff, and they moved it back past the wild card weekend. But that makes absolutely zero fucking sense because the playoffs continue to go on. Move it. Here's this, right? There's a bye week between the Super Bowl, correct? Is it like there's no football being played? Guys are like there's Radio Row. You're doing the whole thing. Let it be then. You know what I'm saying?
But then the teams in the Super Bowl are focusing on the Super Bowl.
But you have an entire week. You have extra time to prep versus just like prepping within the same week.
That's when I would want my coaches to be interviewed the most. That's the most important game of the year.
But you have 2 weeks to do it.
Exactly. Two weeks to be locked the fuck in.
More time to lock in. It's the same thing. This is a shorter time span. I want all the short time span focused on what the task at hand. But if you have 2 weeks, okay, then you have some leisure time. Take care of it then. But we do have to go to break. When we get back, talking more Detroit Lions, more playoffs, whatever else you guys want to talk about too, put it in the chat. But first, Chris, tell us about the merch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Woodward Sports merch is live. They got new merchandise on the shop. Are you tired of wearing the same old Detroit sports merch? It's a new era in sports wearables. New designs, amazing appeal, the ultimate swag. Check out Woodward Sports' latest gear at woodwardsports.com and click the shop tab. Hoodies, tees, hats, all guaranteed to turn heads. Get the latest designs today at woodwardsports.com, clicking the shop tab.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
BullseyeEventGroup.com is where you guys need to go to purchase your tickets for all you can eat, all you can drink, and a free shuttle to the game then afterward at BullseyeEventGroup.com. Brought to you by Long Drink. It's a great time. The Heavy's going to be there. And if you're a little stitious, Detroit Lions won last time the Heavy's party there. Come hang out with us. Free drinks, free foods, all you can drink, all you can eat at BullseyeEventGroup.com. Listen, might pull up. I might have me a little 10 on my hand. I got a date on Sunday. Look at me.
We don't
Smash
got
that
any
like
extra
button.
tickets. I already tried.
Bro.
I barely could get a ticket.
You don't need a ticket.
Yeah, we do.
No, I don't.
Oh.
Shoot. I'm working the event.
Doing content.
Yeah, what? What do you mean? I'll smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream.
Not to let you in without a ticket.
That's some hater. Shit.
What did you say?
That's a professional player.
Not to let you in without a ticket.
Spinney would do that.
Professional
I had this shit
player
happen one
hater of
time.
the
Something
year.
similar like that. I snuck down courtside, Pistons, Memphis Grizzlies, and my boy. So there's like a light skinned family out there, and I told him I was like, I just want to sit courtside. Like, can I be your cousin? I made it like funny, whatever. Introduced myself, everything, chilling, like laughing, talking about the game, and then the guy I went to the game with, one of my friends at the time. His name's Greg. Greg is like 300 pounds, redhead, just like very easily spottable.
Yeah, very, very noticeable.
Did not blend in with me and my new light skinned family. And he comes down, obviously, sits next to me, and he gets caught. Obviously, it's stuck out like a sore thumb. Motherfucker snitched on me. He's like, oh, you don't sit there either. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
No way.
Swear to God. Swear to God. That guy actually ended up doing some whole shit later on in life, too. So I should have known then.
So he's not your friend anymore?
No, definitely not my friend anymore.
Fuck you, Greg.
Yeah, fuck you, Greg.
Piece of shit.
Cold world.
Eat shit, Greg.
Yeah, eat shit, Greg. We got playoffs over and under. What?
One time, I went to the Kendrick concert, and me and Chris, we were up in the nosebleeds.
Oh, yeah.
Chris was a little away from me, but me and my boy Don, we got tickets off of one of the lovely stylists here at Lady Jane's, and we got the tickets, and they were the nosebleeds of LCA. And so I opened StubHub, and I looked for tickets that were for sale. And I saw some like 2 rows from general admission. And so we walked down there. We go past the usher. Like, we go in intermission after Baby Keem left, right before Kendrick comes on.
Yeah.
So we like bought shirts and shit to make it look like we were just walking around. Walk right past the usher. I was like, bro, just be confident, walk. They're not going to stop you.
That's all good
we
news
did.
about
Yeah,
it.
you just got to be confident, act like you've been there.
Or
we did
yell.
it like 3 times. We did it to 3 people. The usher walking up and down the aisles was like, you guys know where you're going? We're like, yeah, we're right there. We go down there. There's people sitting in the seats. And I like flashed my phone. I was like, I think you guys are in my seats. And they stood up and left. And we sat down.
That's all you got to do.
That's a baller move right there.
Honestly,
I
that's all
literally
you
just
got to
had
do.
it open on StubHub. I was like, I think you guys are in my seats. And it was like some skinny ass white dude and his girl. And they stood up and left. And we sat down.
I told you we should have did that.
The best thing to do for games is like you just act like you're a super fan and get super loud and you're cheering like crazy, like going past the usher, and it works.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a good, yeah. That would work too.
I could so picture Nick doing that.
Yeah. Like nothing's going on.
like double
it's
fist-
halftime.
yeah.
Drunk Nick's like, yeah.
It's halftime with the guy with the little dog on a bicycle, on a tricycle, and Nick's just like, let's fucking go.
Double fist and brew saying, "Go Pistons, baby!" Yeah.
I feel like Pistons games are easy to do that too.
Well, Pistons games,
no
I
one
mean,
cares.
they don't care.
Well, yeah, nowadays especially.
And there's a lot of openings to pick from, you know.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about the Pistons.
But they are 15th in attendance somehow. I think it's because tickets are so cheap.
Still?
Yeah.
No way.
They were 12th and they fell to 15th.
When's the last time you looked at it?
Like about 5 days ago.
Fuck
or
Pistons. Let's talk about the Lions.
That is crazy.
Football.
Lay it on, Spinny.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Don't we have another Lions video?
No, we went through them both.
Put a J-Mo video.
The J-Mo one?
Yeah, let's hear about J-Mo and golf.
It's fucking cat. Well,
very on point, and he's with the details. It means a lot to this offense and things he do. So that's really the main thing.
You feel like those details are becoming more and more second nature for you and him as you guys continue to grow?
It came along like that weeks ago. You know, as I started getting more reps in the game. So that's how that came along.
Obviously, the whole night was probably surreal and an awesome experience. But how much did it fire you up when the fans started chanting JG's name?
Oh no, that was, I ain't gonna lie. That's probably the second time I'd heard that, but that was turned. You know, last year when I came back on the first game, they was saying J-Mo, but when they said it JG, Yeah, they was doing that all game. They need to do that again this week. Do that again this week for everybody. Everybody. Whoever get the ball, I just need y'all to yell their name. Whole name.
Doesn't look like J-Mo's going to be liking any more Lamar Jackson tweets anytime soon.
Shout out Nipsey Hussle.
Guy looks pretty happy. I'm happy to see him like that because obviously he's facing a lot of backlash. Stupid motherfuckers calling him a bust through 2 games and shit like that. And I'm happy to see him, find his stride. He's found his place in the offense now. Jared Goff has confidence in him. Ben Johnson has confidence in him. They're calling his number and he's delivering. So I'm happy for J-Mo to be happy like that. I'm happy he's vibing with Jared Goff. And they have a good connection going here.
I am so happy that thing's finally in tune. I'm so happy to finally see Jameson Williams catching not just obviously out there. I mean, we'll start there. I'm happy to see him out there in the field getting reps, running routes. But 2, the second part of it is now he's showcasing some of the things he could do that some of them. Just because we hadn't seen them yet, didn't know that it was in his tool bag. The contested catch he had last week against the LA Rams. J-Mo's not, he doesn't have the largest frame. He's lanky, but he's not filled out well. And the fact that he had that I think it was a curl route or whatever it may have been last week, but caught the ball and obviously got tackled right away.
Yeah.
And ripped, because they were trying to rip it out, it would have been interception. No.
Yeah.
He was skinny strong, ripped it out of his hand, and obviously ended up being a first down for the Detroit Lions. But guess what? We know that's in his game now because he and Jared Goff, they were patient enough to figure things out. I never really wavered on J-Mo. I thought maybe maybe we're not gonna see the Tyreek Hill version of him, but and that Tyreek Hill is fucking amazing. I don't think anybody can beat Tyreek Hill. Matter of fact, when I was watching him last week during the wild card round, I was like, there's a difference. J-Mo's fast, but Tyreek's quick. You know what I'm saying? Tyreek is in short spurts, he can move. Where J-Mo, I think they talked about it on the Amon St. Brown podcast, J-Mo versus Gibbs in a race. And they're like, well, J-Mo, Gibbs will beat.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because J-Mo takes a minute to get going.
So I'm not gazelle strides.
Exactly. So I'm not going to expect the Tyreek Hill plays out of him every single time, but we know he can still move a little bit against the Denver Broncos. We're finding more and more about this kid, and that's why you're able to say, I still have faith in him being great because he's showcasing something new almost every week. And it's something new in his bag. I mean, there's, I don't know, man. It's fun to still be excited about him. He had this season, and I still feel like there's more left undiscovered. Nick?
Yeah, and speaking of undiscovered, I think we will discover it in the next upcoming 3 games, hopefully, if we're going to get there. But I think the biggest thing, we all think about that Tampa Bay game when he came back. He had a massive touchdown in that game. Our offense was stalling early until we did the J-Mo deep bomb, which he caught. Dan Miller freaked out in the booth. It was a great call on that. And it took a weight off everyone's shoulders in Detroit because that's what we were waiting for this whole entire season. And now he's developed the short passing game, which is great for his confidence going forward with Goff to get more targets. But I think this game upcoming, with the amount of times the Bucs blitz, I think if we pick up on a blitz, we could see J-Mo get another deep shot like he did in that first Tampa Bay matchup.
Yeah, and after that happened, after they got that deep touchdown, that Tampa Bay offense was not, or that Tampa Bay defense was scared. They stopped sending the house. They stopped sending the blitz. They stopped crowding the middle because they're like, oh shit, this kid's back there. He can beat anybody if we put him one-on-one. He can beat him deep, and Goff can hit him down the field. So that opened up a lot more of the offense. That's why you saw the drives after that. St. Brown got more involved. Sam Laporta got more involved. They started making more plays because Jameson Williams opened up the rest of the offense. Because at the beginning of the game, they were sending the house, they're crowding the middle, and the offense was looking a little clunky. And then they pop one with J-Mo over the top, and they can't do that anymore. So I think they're going to remember that. They're not going to be as attack mindset because they're like, oh, this kid's out there. He can beat anybody we put on him down the field.
Shit. I like that idea, though. Okay. Because when we attack, it's in that middle of the field. Those underneath with Amon St. Brown. I think even Jameer Gibbs, Sam Laporta, that's what they're going to eat. So, let them be very wary and aware of, what Jameson Williams could do to him. Because it's the guys that, no disrespect to Jameson Williams, but the guys that are consistently producing for us, that's where they eat. And J-Mo, let him run those routes and open those situations up for us because we're going to capitalize on it. And we're going to continue to move the ball down on you, just like we have almost every single defense the entire year. Again, the only guys that have been able to shut us out, they got the middle of the field locked down and the safety position locked down. Now I'm thinking ahead, and I shouldn't be thinking ahead, but I'm thinking about the 49ers. They kind of got the same thing too. But they still got to beat the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
We'll do a pick them at some point later in the show. That's going to be a good game. I got to stop thinking ahead.
I gotta ask you guys, does J-Mo need to get at least one touch on a reverse every single game? I think he needs the ball more personally.
Yeah.
He needs at least one of those a game. I mean, he's almost broken like 3 this year, I think, but it was only, I mean, he's only had like 3 reverses, if I'm not mistaken, that he's done well on, but I need to see it like every game. Try to get this guy the ball more.
Yeah, you got to put the ball in his hands. He's explosive, and they've done it. I mean, they didn't.
Yeah, it felt that way for like a 3-game stretch.
Yeah,
for a minute.
they were giving him the ball a lot. He is wide receiver 2 on this team. Obviously, in that first playoff game, Josh Reynolds had the go bag. Like that first quarter, he had 75 yards. Yeah, so you can't go away from that. He was Mr. Consistent, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him go back to J-Mo being wide receiver 2 and getting 3, 4, 5 passes in this game.
Hey Nick, you see the girl with the big booty in there? Lunchbox hooligans want you to tell her to shut up. She keeps laughing.
That's all you, bro.
You scared? No,
That's all you.
That BBL hits though.
That BBL slaps. It don't feel the same though.
Does not feel the same.
I like a regular. Chris, you got anything on J-Mo?
I mean, word to Nipsey Hussle playing in the background of that video. You know, he knows Goff's got the keys to the city. And, you know, Goff's balling, and I love to see the chemistry between those two. And I said this all year. You know, when everybody was complaining about J-Mo's touches, I said, look, if this guy gets you 1 touchdown in a playoff game, which he's done more than that, but if he did just that, Lions fans, given their history, would embrace him forever. Like, that's where we're at now. We're at the playoffs, where it's literally about 1 play, 2 plays can change a game, can change a season, can change history. And J-Mo's the type of guy that can make those 1 to 2 plays a game.
Yeah,
so
he can.
I'm excited, man. I think he's going to have a big game. I think
Goff
he's going to have
finally
a big
hitting
game.
them too.
Yeah.
Like in the Cowboys game as well. That's a beautiful ball by Goff.
Yeah, it was.
And he stood there like a G2. Took the hit in the pocket, said fuck it. I'm sailing this one.
He's going to have to do that more in this game. He's going to have to do that for sure in this game because they like to send the pressure. They like to send the pressure, so he's going to see a lot of people in his pocket. But first, before we get into more, let me tell you guys about Big Boy.
I thought you were going to make a wild transition.
Wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the veal parmesan and the Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl. How about the breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. Try the new lumberjack or the Santa Fe Garden. Also the apple pie hotcakes that are too good to miss. Top it all off with a gingerbread shake for dessert. Stop in your local Big Boy today.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supplies, hands down, Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers with one major difference. Family and locally owned and operated for 30 plus years. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside and home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
www.
That shit's Labrador, man.
Labrador, man.
Yeah, I had my stash on the table and little fucker ate it.
Is that from something?
Yeah, it's Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh. I've seen it like once when I was like 12.
Had to follow him around with a bag for 2 weeks to get the rest of it.
Mexican American. Chris, this is the injury report. We grabbed it.
My dad used to play the comedy albums of Cheech and Chong all day.
Oh,
when I was
Cheech
a
and Chong
kid.
are
Dude,
great. Dude.
I discovered those in like 3rd, 4th grade, man. I was cracking up. Sister Mary Elephant, all of those. Classics.
Hey, am I driving all right, man?
Yeah.
I think we're parked, man. It's just great.
Oh, shit.
What?
Oh, shit.
Do you have the injury report, Chris?
I will get it.
So I'm looking at the Tampa Bay injury report.
Shaq Barrett.
See something that got me a little excited a little bit there.
Well, is this any different than the other day one?
This is from today.
Okay.
So yeah, it is.
So yeah, it'd be different, Chris.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I was just checking because I have the one from yesterday.
Why would I grab yesterday's?
I don't know,
Idiot,
Eazy. You do a lot of dumb stuff. So I
don't. I don't. You're the one that does dumb stuff. All right,
shoot the guy next to him when he's pointing forward with those fucking guns.
Hey, I need that wanted bullet to hit somebody in front of me. I need that curving bullet just to hit somebody in front of me.
I used to think that movie was so sweet.
Yeah.
And you got
never seen it.
No Khalif Raymond.
Never seen it?
No, just saw the advertisement for the curved bullet. That's it.
Great movie. Angelina Jolie's butt cheeks too. Great movie.
All right, give me a second to grab it, and I got you.
Very good looking human being.
Spenny, what?
You've never seen Wanted?
No.
Oh, what? You guys haven't seen Wanted? Dude,
We're
that's a
over
great
Wanted.
movie.
Seen the trailer.
And you see Angelina Jolie's butt cheeks in the movie.
Nice.
All right, but
check it out.
Did you send it to him? You got it?
Yeah, give me a second.
I can keep describing Angelina Jolie's butt cheeks.
Yeah.
You know what?
What's the
Let me hit
temperature?
that.
She's getting out of like they're taking like
We're good.
soaks in.
We know what butts look like.
What's it called?
The bath.
Wax.
Yeah,
like
we all
oatmeal.
know, but
Oatmeal.
just describe for the
Yeah.
people that don't. You know,
And she gets out, and you see them cheeks. And cheeks are made for walking.
here you go.
It's true.
Oh, yikes! Somebody took this on a Nokia.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why it
Did
saves
you get
so
this
blurred.
faxed over?
This is from Broder, actually.
Khalif Raymond is out.
No Khalif Raymond.
No Khalif Raymond. Sam and Houston
holy
questionable.
shit.
They're playing.
Barrett, Edmonds, and Warford all questionable.
I think one good thing you like to see, obviously Anzalone after the shoulder shot he had last week took him out for a minute. But going down to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Shaq Barrett did not practice
Fuck a Shaq
Wednesday
Barrett.
or Thursday.
Look at the Chris
Ankle
Godwin.
ribs.
Injury, knee personal. Wednesday, no practice. Thursday, limited practice. Friday, no practice.
Oh shit!
Bet the over on Mike
But it
Evans.
says he's playing.
But it says
obviously-
he's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's banged up.
Yeah, definitely banged up.
To no
be some
practice on a
maintenance.
Friday.
Maybe
you know what I'm saying?
it's probably the personal thing. I would assume more than the knee.
He's having a baby or something?
I don't know. If it's the knee, I'd assume they'd have him listed as questionable.
Let me check it out.
But it's probably more the personal thing. Yeah, dude, who faxed that over? That was terrible.
Keep talking. I'm gonna find out if Chris Godwin had a baby or something.
But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like I said, if he was held out because of his knee injury on Friday, they definitely would have listed him as questionable. I'd assume it's a personal thing, whether it be something in his family or a baby or something like that. I'd assume.
Yeah, doesn't have designation for Sunday's divisional round game at Detroit. The Buccaneers kept close tabs on Godwin's on-field work this week, holding him out of practice Wednesday's walkthrough before capping his reps at Thursday's walkthrough due to knee injury. He then missed practice entirely Friday because of a personal issue. But neither concern will impact his availability for the Buccaneers' second-round contest this postseason. Well, then it sounds like he's straight.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the knee is banged up, but obviously not enough for him to be questionable or anything like that. I got excited. I ain't gonna lie. I got a little.
Speaking of a guy on our side there, question for you guys. What do you guys think Laporta's at? I mean, I know he played, but he was obviously a little banged up. You think he's better?
I think he feels good.
Dan Campbell said he's better than he was last week. So
yeah, love to hear that.
And Dan Campbell's not a guy that's going to bullshit you. He's not a guy that's going to go out there and give you coach speak or anything like that. So
when we had Stephen Shea, Superfan, on last night for Woodward Knights, from Barstool, he said they give up a lot of yards to opposing teams' tight ends. So I'm hoping Laporta is almost back to 100p. I know he's not there all the way, but he could have a massive game incoming.
So I remember the first time around week 7, I was looking at that because he's a rookie. Those are veteran linebackers, and they held him. He had I think he had 11 targets, 3 catches for like 36 yards.
Who?
Laporta.
Wow.
Yeah, the Buccaneers.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah, I remember he was having a tough time.
Yeah.
They were on him like super contested catches if he made them, and if he didn't, they were pass breakups by those linebackers.
It's crazy because you look at that box score from the first time we did play a Bucs, and you think like, oh, Detroit dominated them, like 0 touchdowns, interception for Baker, and then obviously we had double-digit points. They had the 6, but it felt like a close game all the way through.
It was pretty close. Like I said, it didn't really open up until Jamo's touchdown. I mean, Amon-Ra was getting his all day, but it wasn't any
12
big
catches
chunk
on
plays.
24 yards.
But when the Jamison Williams touchdown happened, then it kind of opened up for the rest of the Lions to get involved, and the offense really started humming after they caught him deep with J-Mo.
Yeah, it was 10-3 late in the third quarter there, and the J-Mo touchdown, like you alluded to, just really opened the door for us. But they do have a good defense, so obviously it's going to be great on great in this one. But I like our odds at home with our elite offense.
Yeah, I'm looking right now too, because the thing I'm most curious about, because it wasn't a factor in the last game, is having David Montgomery and Jameer. Because I know David started that game, but even on the 12 carries he did have, I believe he didn't do much with it. I think, actually, no, I got the schedule pulled up right now. Week 6, Detroit Lions, David Montgomery.
I got the box score right here.
6 attempts, 14 yards.
Yeah.
6 is not a lot, though.
No.
But either way, I'm more curious about that because, again, they claim they could stop the run at will. But I got the Philadelphia Eagles rushing for over 173 yards against them. I got the Falcons rushing for over 118 yards on them. We have the 49ers 102 yards, the Colts 146. These are actually good running teams that I'm mentioning, which we are, by the way. The Panthers 133, Saints 110, Panthers again 107. Like I feel like as much as they like to talk their shit, they can be ran on. Pause. I think we will.
That is definitely pause.
If you had to pick one of the running backs to go off in the run game specifically, which one are you guys picking?
Gibbs. Yeah.
Nick?
Because I think it'll be outside swings, outside
zone.
zones, pitches, stuff like that. If you're going to try to keep banging it in the middle, up to Vita Vea, up to Levante David, that's probably not going to end well for you. So if you're going to have success running the ball against Tampa, it's going to be these outside zone schemes, different pitches, things like that. Get Gibbs with his speed on the edge. I think that's where you can hurt him.
Do you think Gibbs will have more receiving or rushing yards this game? Because he's got the potential.
I think we went receiving the other day, didn't we?
Yes.
You want to know what it says in the books? You want to do the over-unders? Or we're almost about to go to break here.
Yeah, we'll go to break early.
Okay.
We can come back with some over-unders. But first, let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts there. Dude, first of all, Detroit Supremacy and Keys to Wisdom teaming up in the chat is so funny.
Well, Keys to Wisdom got owned, so he's running the
customized solutions from real experts. They're professional. That's Easy's two biggest haters. They're professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and no Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology has been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. How would you like to win not one, but two vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Dispo Dispensary is giving super great seats away to the big game.
Jesus Christ, man.
No, seriously though. 2 flights, 2 hotel stays, and 2 tickets to the big game in February. I just shot the commercial for it today. And boy, oh boy, you guys don't follow me on Instagram. Did you see it? You see it, Nick?
I did see it.
Hey, it's going to be a banger.
Check out
my roster was fully loaded, if you know what I mean. Make sure you guys follow Dispo Dispensary. I'll participate for the giveaway to the big game. I had a good time.
It looked like a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, it was. Anyway, time to do the over-unders. You want to start with Tampa or you want to start with Detroit?
I said it on BDE today. I'll say it on Heavyweights now. The worst line from a movie in movie history, courtesy of The Rock from Fast 7. You know I like my vegetables before my ice cream. So give me the bad news first.
Very.
He literally said that.
I mean, it's just we know, but
that movie sucks. Me and Stash watched
the
a bootleg version of that, and he said that, and we're like, ooh. And then there was an interview. He was like interviewing a guy. He's like probably like a 350-pound Mexican dude. The Rock grabs him like this, effortlessly hits him through the ceiling light like this, and then throws him through fucking. It was so bad. We turned it off.
That was a very high degree of difficulty to get that bar off, Spencer. So I salute you for trying.
Appreciate you. All right, let's do Tampa first.
Rushing or receiving, Nick?
Rushing.
Of course he would say that.
Man, I kind of feel Baker Mayfield 7.5 yards over or under.
Over 7.5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over. I think he has to escape the pocket, pick up a couple big first downs.
Do sacks factor in?
No, that's college.
Sacks don't factor into the rushing
I'm pretty
yards?
sure. Can you confirm, Nicholas?
I remember Booner saying I think it's like a college thing, and he's big on the bets. So
I would take the over then.
Bigger bets. The over?
Yeah, I would take the over. If sacks don't factor in, I would take the over.
Chris?
Yeah. Over.
I'm taking the over too. That's actually.
I kind of like that one. Like,
yeah, I'm actually going to take that one during the next commercial break. Yeah. All right. The next rushing prop for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is Rachaad White at 53.5 yards.
Forget about it, cuh.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Walker. I said forget about it, cuh. Oh, man. All right, but what was it? Sorry.
53.5 yards.
Under. Lions defense stops rushers, and Rachaad White didn't do much on him the first game, so give me the under.
Nick?
I said forget about it, cuh.
I'm going to go the under as well here. Kyron Williams just rushed for 61 on us, but I think he's a way better back.
Way better.
Yeah, so I'm going under here.
He actually, I'm pretty sure Rachaad White had the most attempts in the league, or second attempts in the league, and I don't think he cracked the top 10.
I think Derrick Henry had the most attempts.
Now you make me want to look it up, which I probably will. Chris?
Yeah, for me, I'm going under. He also, to double down everything that was said, our rush defense, the fact that what we did to Kyron Williams last week, also combined with the fact that he ran like crazy against that Philly team, and that Philly team was decimated. So I think this is a come down to earth game for him, because I saw some extremely opposite games from some players. So I think it's going to balance out this week, and you'll see when you get to receiving props.
Rachaad White, second most carries in the league. Didn't even crack 1,000. But I think they just run to keep teams honest.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But hey, try run on us. It's not gonna work out well for you. All right, moving on. Detroit Lions side of things. Who do you think has more rushing yards on their prop? Nicholas, Jameer, or Montgomery?
It's got to be Monty, just for the workload basis. That's what I'm thinking.
57.5. David Montgomery, over or under?
Over. I am going over. I think we are going to use DeMont a lot, actually. I know Spencer alluded to rushing to the outside. Spencer.
The fuck is a Spencer?
I know Spencer alluded to it earlier. I'm going over on DeMont.
Spinner?
What was it, 50?
I kind of like it.
I don't. 50 what?
I don't.
57.5.
57.5. That's tough. I think it'll be right around there. Tampa Bay defense can stop the run pretty well, so I'm gonna go under. I think it'll be at like 55.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Spencer. I think I take the under as well for those things. It's like fetch. It's gonna be a thing.
Don't make fetch a thing.
But no, I think they're gonna use Monty early, and they're gonna get away from it later on in the game. So I think that's kind of been the blueprint that works for this team, and I think they'll stick with it.
All right, I am gonna go under. Just because I don't know, man. I respect their running defense, and obviously I believe what you said is true, where Gibbs can like eat a little bit more on those outside or like zone reads. So I think it's gonna be like an evenly split backfield. 47.5 for Gibbs. You guys taking the over or the under?
This is rushing, right?
Yeah.
Over. I'll take the over on that. I think he pops one.
Chris.
I think he pops one. Give me the over on Jameer.
What? Chris. Over or under?
What are you laughing about?
Because we said we're doing rushing.
This is rushing.
And we've been doing running backs.
Every time.
You're like, is this rushing?
Every time.
That's true. That was a 100% moment. Yeah, give me the under. Give me the under. I feel like he's gonna have more in the receiving, so I think like 45, just slightly under.
He struggled last week.
Yeah.
Struggled last week, Nick.
He's been struggling for a few weeks on the ground, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going under. I think, just like Chris said, I think he's going to be a big part in the receiving game when these linebackers are matched up with guys like Laporta. Hopefully Gibbs can sneak out of the backfield and make some things happen.
All right, let's see. I'm looking at the teams that rush for over 100 yards against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year. The Eagles, DeAndre Swift, Tyler Algier, and Cordell Patterson. Wow, only one carry for Bijan on that one. Yeah, I thought that would be Bijan for sure. So Cordell Patterson and against the Falcons. The 49ers, Christian McCaffrey. I'm looking at this. I'm seeing a lot of scat backs. Zach Moss, the Colts. I think I'm going to take the over.
I just put in a parlay.
Take the over. Save it for when we're done with the segment. I'm going to take the over for Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he's going to get like one. Like he's
going to break
2-3 weeks. We had like 40-yard runs.
I think he'll break one.
Yeah, I think he'll break a big one. I'm going to take the over for Jahmyr Gibbs at 47.5. All right, moving on to the passing game. Detroit Lions versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is the one I'm actually more curious to see because those receivers in Tampa Bay are kind of deadly. I'm not going to lie. Let's start with Chris Godwin, the guy with the banged up knee. 63.5 yards over or under, Smitty.
We're talking about receiving here?
Yeah.
I'm going to go under on Godwin.
Nicholas?
Under. I think one guy pops off, and I'm pretty sure we're going to say his name next. Under on Chris Godwin.
Chris?
Yeah, under.
Yeah.
Under.
I'm going to go. I was going to go over
Here
initially,
we go.
But we gave so much prop to Brian Branch this week. He's gotten props twice this week from both Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn. He held down Cooper Kupp. So I think if Godwin's working on a slot, Branch do well. So I'm going to go with under on him on 63.5.
Yeah.
How about the Hall of Famer? Future Hall of Famer, Mike Evans. 70.5.
Over. Doesn't matter.
Over.
Wait, what's the number? My bad. I was just
70.5. No, you're good.
Over.
You say give me more than over, Spinny. We're doing a show here.
I think I'm going to take the over. No, you see, man, he's a big body wide receiver. We don't really have a cornerback that can match up well with Mike Evans. Hopefully Chauncey, CJ GJ put some hands on him, maybe helps out with some of the cornerbacks covering him. But we've been getting torched by number one receivers the past couple weeks. I think Mike Evans continues that. He goes out there and makes some plays.
Yeah.
Give me the over. Give me the over on Mike Evans.
Nicholas?
Speaking of getting torched, we the top four receivers from the last 4 games have averaged 185.5 yards. I will be smashing this over.
Smashing.
All he has to do is catch the ball.
You kind of look like
Nigel Thornberry.
You do. You got the stash.
No idea what that is.
Say smashing.
You don't know who Nigel Thornberry is?
He's younger than us.
Oh my God.
How much younger?
Smashing.
How old are you?
We had older parents. You had older siblings, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you the
Nigel,
oldest?
what? No, I have an older brother.
Nigel the Wild Thornberries?
I'm smashing the over.
That's fucking awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm going over here, no doubt. I might even take him for like over 110 if I can find it somewhere in the book.
Chris, I'm going to allow you to go on this informed. Last time he played the Detroit Lions, he had 4 receptions for 49 yards. It's 70.5 right now for Mike Evans. You're taking the over or the under?
Yeah, when I was watching that game, I seen so many drop passes. He could have easily had 120 that game. So I think, Mike Evans, Hall of Fame receiver, he's going to have his bounce back. And this Lions secondary has shown that, one person every game is going to ball out at least. So I think it's Mike Evans.
Tight end Cade Otton, 29.5. Chris, over or under?
What was that?
Tight end Cade Otton, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 29.5. Over or under?
Rushing or receiving?
I fucking hate you.
No,
I thought you were serious.
Give me the under. I don't even know who this guy is. He's a bum. Fuck him.
What was it?
39.5, I think.
39.5. I'll go under as well. Fanzaloni's going to be all over him.
Let me be sure. Hold on.
Yeah, he's a bum.
29.5. 29.5.
29.5?
39.5 is steep. I don't know why.
I'll take the over on 29.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Booter, grab that microphone. You're better. These are just over-unders, brother. You're not burning any segments for your own show.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Over-under.
Just waiting to get my mullet shaved here.
Let me start with this one first because you weren't here for it. Chris Godwin, 63.5 yards. Over or under?
We're talking receiving.
Over. Mike Evans, 70.5.
Over.
K-Dot and 29.5.
Under.
Trey Palmer, 17.5.
Over.
I'm actually taking that.
Yeah, I'm about to put that in right now.
I don't know. I haven't looked at his stats. I can't tell you. I'm not a Trey Otten, or what is his name?
Trey
Palmer.
Trey
Lucas's
Trey
boy.
Otten.
Trey Otten.
All right. Speed round. Booner Sports. Josh Reynolds, 39.5.
Under.
Nick?
Over.
It's a speed round, Nick.
Over.
It's fine. Chris?
He was getting ready to get
I was
into
going to
it.
throw him at Booner.
Over.
Fucking dude. You fucking.
That's how Chris's dad talks to him.
It's literally.
And then you, Chris, you got to take the Pop-Tart out the bag before the toaster.
Chris, you unwrap the Starburst before you eat it.
Over. Chris, Jameson Williams, 33.5 yards. Over, under.
Over.
Booner.
You like that. Lightning speed.
33.5 yards.
Don't blink.
Over.
Under. Nick.
Over, and I have a massive bet on it. Sorry for the speed round here.
This is 2 weeks in a row you're doing this?
Yes, and this
You
is
almost
the game
you
he
got
does
you
it.
kind of jinxed him last week.
You have to double
cash out,
down,
bro.
right?
Well,
You-
Josh
double
Reynolds
the money.
got all the passes because he was open, so I think it's going to be J-Mo.
Real quick.
He
real
unsung hero of last week. By
Real
80
quick.
yards, 2
Reynolds.
touchdowns.
Nick, did you put it was your best bet last week?
No, we didn't do best bets, but I did.
You bet on
mention
it?
Yeah.
And then you have to double the money this week.
Yeah,
Double
it's 25.
If you don't
so
double the
it's-
money, you're
touchdowns
just
is crazy,
coming out
guys.
even if
What
he
are we
hits.
doing?
I think he gets one running on a reverse, and I think he also gets a deep ball. I'm putting my money where my mouth is here.
2 touchdowns?
Yeah, 1 rushing and 1 receiving.
Jesus, man.
Tax
Come on,
season's
man.
coming up, boys.
Well,
Go
it's
big.
25 to win a grand 1,040. So it's like, obviously, it's a lottery ticket here. But I think J-Mo has a massive game.
Oh, 2 touchdowns. I thought you were talking about the over.
Jared Goff's plus 9,500 for 2 touchdowns.
Rushing? 2 rushing?
Yeah, a little sneak.
No,
Goff
2.
sneak.
Has he ever ran for 2 in his career?
He's ran for 2
Little
this
quarterback
year,
draw.
but not in one game.
That's what I mean, like in a game.
Maybe with LA. All right, hold on. What do you guys think Amon-Ra's at? I know Buddha already knows.
85.
91.5.
Yeah, you knew.
He's at 91.5.
Yeah, I'll take the over. Though.
Over.
No, do his
alternate.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you just got
Alternate
Amon-Ra St.
80
Clown.
plus is like, I just put that in.
You
I
have to
forgot.
parlay it with something though.
Yeah, but it's still only.
We're talking about straight bets. I mean, take
Receiving
the
24.5, Jahmyr Gibbs.
over.
I'm taking the over too.
Over.
Nick?
I'm
24.5, Jahmyr.
Over all day. And
LaPot's 41.5.
Oh, yeah,
Under.
thanks, Easy. I'll go.
You want to?
Yeah. of
Jahmyr
course.
Gibbs.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say over.
He's gonna run the ball a lot this game. I think he's gonna give me the over.
Yeah, I knew. That's why I didn't go. I knew because we had this discussion yesterday as a show.
No, of course, that's the only reason.
No, that is swear to God, that's the reason. We talked. We literally had. We talked about it. We thought he's gonna eat in the passing game. Buddha was there too.
Still the thought.
Sam Laporta 41.5. Speed round. Nick.
Over.
You Booner.
Under.
What's your name again, Chris?
Yeah, nice to meet you, Daniel. Big fan. Big fan.
I'll put your social out there.
Over.
Be careful. Spinning?
Under.
Yeah, I'm taking the under. All right, we got a minute left. Give us your parlay.
Okay, I put fuck. Where'd it go?
Jared Goff,
Nice.
277.5.
Over.
Under.
I put Amon-Ra St. Brown 7+ receptions. Amon-Ra 80+ yards. Baker Mayfield over 7.5 yards rushing. Jahmyr Gibbs over 47.5 rushing yards. It's plus 482.
Baker Mayfield, 260.
And I put a touchdown parlay in. It's plus 1,000.
260.5 for Baker. Over under.
Over.
Yeah, you got to. Right?
But I put anytime touchdown Laporta, anytime touchdown St. Brown, anytime touchdown Mike Evans. Goff 2+ passing touchdowns. Baker 1+ passing touchdown. 15 pays out 165.
Nice. I like that.
Baker overs 260. Booner.
It's a tough one. I don't know. I would probably go over, but
yeah.
I mean, I was just looking at his game logs before I walked in here, and he does have some like a lot of the game his losses and the losses that they've had. He gets sacked 2 or 3 times. I'll talk about it tonight on the show, but he does get sacked a couple times a game, and those losses too. He doesn't go crazy.
Are we riding Amon-Ra first touchdown scorer?
Pause.
Possibly. I'm 3 for 4 now on the year.
I want
with
to put
that.
it in right now. Which one?
Just wait. You have to wait. It's a game time decision.
Boys,
All right, that's fair.
It's all J-Mo.
That's
Come
a
on.
feel.
That's a feel.
That is a feel.
It's all
He's
J-Mo.
gone over 268 times this year. We gave up like 3 something to Nick Mullins.
J-Mo first touchdown
taking
plus
the over.
1,700.
Love that bet.
Of course you do.
I know why. Why? Yeah.
Dude, he's the
cash
weapon.
out.
We've been waiting.
Just
We've
cash
been
out.
waiting.
You jinxed him last week.
Yeah, you should not bet it again.
J-Mo literally had like a 40-something yard touchdown against these guys. Like they are going to blitz.
It was against
when
these
our
guys.
running backs.
That play could have got drawn up for any team. They just drew it up for it wasn't just because they were playing the Bucks that they did it.
Big game. We're gonna pick up the blitz, give Jared Goff an extra step to throw the ball, and J-Mo has a step on the safety. He's gonna go off.
Gibbs is only plus 550 for first touchdown. Alvarez plus 700.
Keys of wisdom. The Woodward parlay proposals on the year would be a massive loss in investment. Booner, what's your record?
Wait. What?
What's your record?
Bets.
Keys of wisdom.
I don't have like a full season record, but like there was a week, 2 weeks ago, there was a 3-week stretch where I went like 17-0 or something.
Yeah.
And my legacy play of the day, which is I pick one player, we put everything on him, is 12-3 on the season. So
yeah.
Your boy was 6-0 last week too.
Don't know what else to do.
Keys, I don't know where this hate's coming from, bro.
Yeah, I made some money last week too.
You're hating.
And I mean, I've hit like a parlay on every single week during the watch party. It's not like I put like 10 in to hit one. Like I put 1 or 2 in and come up positive.
Me and Buddha make some money.
Yeah, and we give our plays out.
I hammered Lions money line. I was in there. I threw a lot of cash on it, so I'm happy we won.
I feel you, man.
Mark
Tax
White.
season coming.
Whether you're buying or selling real estate, he'll save you up to $5,000 in your closing costs. Make sure you guys give him a call today. That's 248-290-8242. Visit him at markwhitesells.com. Again, that's $5,000 on your closing costs. 248-290-8242 or visit markwhitesells.com.
Yo, Booner, you know how to unmute him? Or Chris, throw him something. I got you.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by my guy Spin More Racks.
Hello.
Yo, Chris, JB Smooth is gone. So we have Nicholas Koloff.
Let's go.
Detroit Mario. Shout out.
2 days closer, boys.
2 days closer. Oh, man. Cannot wait. I don't think there's any disciplines on the line, but I do want to do a pick 'em if we may. It's 4 games. We can break them down a little bit, can't we? You guys down?
Sure,
why not?
You want to put the Glizzy on the line, or are we just going to just go through them? No?
No, there'd be probably too many ties.
What do you mean? Oh.
Like,
you want to put spreads on them?
Options.
You get 2 points, you take money line. 1 point, you take the spread.
Pick them. Let's
do
get
that?
it. I'm down for whatever.
Spain's not even listening. You lost them.
I don't care.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it that way. Fuck a hot dog suit. We'll do pizza or something. All right, starting.
Also down for that.
Who plays? Okay,
we're doing the spreads. We got to do the spreads.
Well, spread you get 1 point, but if you do straight money line, you get 2 points. That way it doesn't tie.
Other way around.
I'm taking Baltimore on the money line. Like
that's fine.
I like spreads here.
It's easy. Spreads are harder.
All right, let's pull it out then. Well, I can't pick spreads; it's not in front of me. Oh. So, San Antonio Spurs, Charlotte Hornets, 4.5. Oh my God, 9.5. Baltimore Ravens favorited over the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
What you doing, Spinny?
Give me the Ravens with the points.
Wow. Christopher?
The Ravens with the points. Come on.
Wow. Nicholas?
Lamar Jackson in the playoffs against a red-hot C.J. Stroud. Give me the Texans here.
Money line?
Give me the spread.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Texans points. I wish they had Noah Brown. And I hope my boy Dre's listening because he's a big Ravens fan. I'm telling you, if Noah Brown had been healthy or Tank Dell, this would have been a game.
Yeah.
This would have been a game. Let's not act like the Ravens didn't lose to like the Colts this year with freaking fuckface in there too. And I like him. I don't mean to call him a fuckface. I can't think of his name.
Who?
Quarterback. Colts.
Minshew.
Oh.
They beat the Ravens. I'm just saying. Now I'm gonna take the Houston Texans and spread. That offense is red hot, and that defense is they can make some plays. They can make 2 pick sixes last week, right? Against Joe Flacco, I get it, but they're a good defense, respectable one, I should say. All right, moving on.
Beth, do you got the Ravens or the Texans?
She doesn't have a mic in front of her. Green Bay Packers.
Right, real easy, real quick. Spenmo. So you're going against your own team.
Spenner.
You're going against your own team in the Texans.
I am.
What?
Did you dye your hair?
The Ravens are good.
I like it.
A couple days ago, bro. Way to notice.
What a jerk.
I don't ever look at her hair. Right?
It looks great.
Yeah,
it's fair.
What?
Looks at a lot of things, but not her hair. Yeah, I'll take.
Too many distractions going on.
I'll take the. Yeah, I'm going against the Texans. The Ravens are too good.
Well, if she's bald, we just didn't do it. 9.5. Green Bay Packers versus the San Francisco 49ers plus 9.5. I'm taking the Packers.
I'm taking the Packers too. Yeah, I'm taking the Packers at the points.
Nicholas?
Yeah, that's way too many points for a Packer team that just completely took out the Cowboys' soul.
The 49ers lost to freaking not bad Browns team, but the Browns. They lost to the Vikings.
Packers are the hottest team in football right now. It really seems like, and Jordan Love is looking scary. Give me the Pack.
Bro, the throws this guy's making from like all platforms, it's wild right now.
It's not looking great.
The Packers just fucking like hit a tree-peat, just like with Brett Favre and Roger Love.
It. If he beats the 49ers, like for sure.
Crazy, man. And don't forget that like as much as like I like to clown the Cowboys, that defense was like they were doing things, you know. It wasn't like they were just bad and they went off their offense all year.
Yeah.
9.5 plus 9.5 Packers or minus 9.5 49ers, Chris.
Yeah, I'm going with the Packers too because the thing about the 49ers is they're great. But at the end of the day, you can kind of pass on this team. Like this is a team that has given up a lot of yards in some games, so through the air. So I'll take the Packers. They got 4 good receivers. Like it's tough, man. They have a good offense and they're clicking.
Spinner.
I already took the Packers.
9.5.
Yeah.
Well, you want to speak on it?
Does anyone here actually think they're gonna win though?
No. I might throw because I won last week. I
kind of have a gut
feeling. I was 6-0 last week, so I'm going to throw
Chris.
something on them just for the fuck of it, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think they will.
And if they do, and obviously we follow them up, like our game is after them. So if the Pack wins and we can host the NFC Championship game, let's go.
That'd be crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah.
I don't like this guy. So if you'd like to see that person, there's Flannel Sam is getting waterboarded with ketchup by her on the Woodward Heavyweights channel.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my god.
Type in Woodward Heavyweights YouTube channel or Flannel Sam ketchup. That might pop up there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, all right, moving on.
That's so disgusting.
By the way, we'll know if we're having a home playoff game.
She could ketchup board me
by before game time because they play Saturday.
Yeah.
100% easy.
Yeah, 100p.
Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, 6:30 Sunday night, 2.5 Bills, minus 2.5 Bills. Who you got, Nick?
Give me the Chiefs to cover and win this game. I think that their offense gets back on track. Same old story in Buffalo. Not going to come through with it. They can't
They're
get
home this
past.
time.
They are. So I guess it's not the same old story, but I guess it's I'm going with the Chiefs here. I like Mahomes in this game.
Spinner?
Give me the Bills with the points. I think they win straight up, and I think they win by field goal.
Christopher?
This one's tough. I'm just going with my heart here. I'm going with the Chiefs. I like Patrick Mahomes. I like the team. So I'll ride with them. But this is a tough one, man. This is a tough one.
I'm a Spinner.
If he doesn't win this game, Josh Allen, that is, like, do you just move him from the tier that he's in?
No.
Because I don't know. Because he's kind of like that guy that just you get to like the first round, second round, like you're really good guy, like really top tier guy, but just that level below.
Well, I
feel
guess
like it's a legacy
it
game
depends. Like a context would be needed for me to do that. Like if you had a bad game, if you turn it over a shit ton of times, like if it's like partly his fault, because like it's a team sport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So no, but I'm taking the Buffalo Bills.
I feel like it's a legacy game for him.
And the KC Chiefs got a good defense too. They got really good defense. And finally, Detroit Lions. I know what Spinny's got.
On personality.
6.5.
Lions by 1 million. Alternate spread. Lions minus 10.5.
Christopher?
Yeah. Give me the Lions. Give me the Lions minus 12.5 spread.
Nicholas?
Give me the Lions alternate spread minus 13.5 here.
Nice.
Wow.
We win by 2 touchdowns.
For real?
No, I was just going on there. But I'm definitely placing
Say it
a
with
wager.
your chest, Nick.
Placing
Dude,
a
looks like
wager
a dead
on
fish
minus
right now.
6.5 for sure.
Bruno looks like a dead fish right now.
Put the main screen on.
Oh, you barely
You
see
can kind
him.
of see him a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me the Lions all the way. There's no way they lose this game. We got this one. I trust in this offense, and I trust in Dan Campbell. Give me the Lions to cover as well. That's my lock if we're doing one of those. Lock up the Lions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lions win, but if we're playing spreads, give me the Bucks to cover.
What?
Gross.
6 on the dot.
Gross.
What?
6 on the dot. It's at 6.5.
Gross.
We can clip this.
That's fine.
I'm just kidding.
My lock.
Easy's a Bucks fan, confirmed.
Yeah.
They converted him last night.
Do one on one podcast.
Yeah.
Do it on one.
My lock. So give me the Bills. The lock. Lock it up.
My game prediction, my score prediction for the Detroit Lions versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is the Detroit Lions win 31-17.
She bad. She's sexy. She cool. What's your lock?
I'll lock the Bills.
I just locked the Bills.
Oh, did you? Fuck.
Yeah. Nick locked the Lions.
I'll lock.
I lock the Ravens. I said it first.
Yeah, I'll lock the Packers with the points.
Ooh, that's actually a good lock. That probably is the best lock. Spinny one.
Best lock, and he got it last.
That was the best lock. Chris, where do you get your freaking swag from, dude? You just dress so cool every day.
Dude,
It's
I
amazing.
just get this drip, man. I get it. I get it from Woodward Sports merch. It's just the ultimate drip. I'm drowning over here. Are you tired of the same old Detroit sports
weird,
merch?
man.
It's a new era in sports
weird, Chris.
wearables.
You're a weird guy.
New design, amazing appeal, the ultimate swag. Check out Woodward Sports. Get their latest gear by clicking the shop tab on the woodwardsports.com website. They got hoodies, tees, and hats that are guaranteed to turn heads. Once again, go to woodwardsports.com and click the shop tab to get started.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 19th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal extended through January 19th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
What up, make sure you go to Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now, now cleaner than ever. You can get a full-body workout in just 30 minutes, a 30-minute circuit. All memberships include fitness training. You get all of it for just $10 a month. More than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Jack Malone is crazy.
Jack Malone.
James Houston.
Post Harlow.
Think he's gonna sack this weekend?
Yes.
You better ref and play. I think we're doing a little game or sketchy gamesmanship here with the Laporta and Houston is questionable on the injury report.
Well, Laporta makes sense.
You have full faith that James Houston plays?
Yes.
Yeah. If he does, I believe he will be a factor and definitely get a sack.
Mariah Carey doesn't have a big forehead. Easy.
Mariah Carey doesn't?
Yes, she does. Doesn't the
Yeah,
game
is
rap
she,
about
like, bald?
I won't fuck Mariah, even if she had Ashanti butt naked in bed, because she got a forehead just like Tyra. Yeah, she's definitely got a big forehead if it's rapped about.
Honestly,
That's
all
true. They don't
pretty
lie.
girls have big foreheads.
That's true.
Mariah
That's
doesn't have a
actually
big
very
forehead.
true.
Beth, she got a big
She's
forehead.
got a big forehead. She's got big things.
She got a big back.
She's got a big
bone too.
purse.
This is crazy too. She used I don't go too. Well, we love Beth.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna disrespect her like that.
She used to be.
But I'm very proud
Yes,
of her.
me
Yeah,
too.
very proud of her. She had quite the transformation.
12
and a half snaps.
I would
James
be proud
Houston
of her all
over
the
under.
time.
You what?
I would be proud of her all the time.
Same.
I'm proud of her for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I'm trying
She
to-
got a forehead just like Tyra. I could say what the fuck I want.
There's this girl on Instagram.
I'm gonna say under. Easy.
She's from Detroit actually too. I think it's like Regina. Oh man. I like Melt. You know what else makes you melt?
Have you
Those
hit-
things make me wet.
You DM'd her yet?
I think it's a song too.
What that girl?
Have you DM'd her yet?
Tyler.
Who?
The one that makes you melt.
Oh.
Say one time, Nick. I didn't have
Have you
headphones.
DM'd her yet?
Are you muted? Is this not plugged in?
And he said, have you DM'd her yet?
The girl from Detroit? Yeah, I have.
Did it work?
No, nothing yet. Oh, dude, she's got. I mean, unless she liked me for me, maybe. I've had that happen. Marin, you know? I've had that happen.
We
but
both had it happen before.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we did. Shut up. But no, that one, she's got every guy in the city. I'm assuming. All right, 12 and a half snaps. James Houston. Pro-ho, all day.
Gotta be.
James Houston, 12 and a half snaps.
Oh, I think it'll be at 12 under.
Nick?
I'm gonna go under here. He only comes in on obvious third down, third and long packages where we are rushing the passer.
Christopher.
Give me the under.
Give me the under.
Oh, hell yeah!
Lou Sassel, the creepy AF show. I don't think it's that creepy.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah, we know these people. It'd be creepier if we looked like that.
Jesus.
When we're doing these kind of things, but we're not. It'd be creepy if you didn't hit that like button.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
We'll be creepy.
Ronan 99. Churros are absolutely amazing, especially when you get the little caramel sauce dip. in
Deja,
it.
y'all finna be the next people off this show. This is our show.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
She a girl. Sorry, Deja, for disrespecting women.
I didn't disrespect no women.
Yeah, actually, we're
What?
being compliment.
Talking about beautiful women. How's that disrespectful?
Yeah.
I'll tell her to her face she's beautiful and has a
Deja,
big
we
forehead. She'll probably
apologize.
punch me. She's aggressive.
She's very aggressive.
She's very
That's
aggressive.
why I likes her.
I mean,
My hoodie,
definitely
Steve
helps.
Lehman. Oh, mailbag, by the way. Send us some questions. But this hoodie?
Yeah.
Questionable tees.
Shout out Questionable Tees.
It's a villain hoodie. So
Hey,
shout out.
ballers! I met them on the field last year when I the same time I met Sheila Ford Hamp. They
Yeah.
were down there as well.
No way.
I got them. I think I put them in the Tailgate Wins video. But yeah, they were awesome guys. Shout out
Yeah,
Questionable
Sky's
Tees.
the man.
Yeah.
He
Scott's the dude.
He like drove this to my house. I was like, I can meet you somewhere. He's like, nah. He's like passionate about his work. He
Yeah.
does a good job, obviously.
He's a cool guy.
So he drove it to mine, and then gave me Maz's. Maz left early, so I couldn't give him because of snowstorm.
Mhm.
So he drove back to my house, got Maz's, and then drove it to Maz.
Yeah.
He's Scott's the man.
Damn.
Go Wings, go Green, beat Michigan. Shout out to Kyle Svad. That's true. Go Green. Big game tonight. Fuck Michigan. And then Wings versus the Hurricane. It's a tough game. Got to keep winning.
Plus 180.
Got to keep winning. What was Supremacy's question? Eazy and Spencer, have you two had a threesome together? Tell the truth. We can tell if you're lying. No, we haven't.
No, we haven't.
No.
Nope. End the show on that note.
Well, that'll do it for us today. Let's go fucking Lions, baby! Woo! Make sure you smash the like button for Eazy, for our boy Nick, for our boy Chris. I am Spencer. We are the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys on Monday. Go Lions. NFC Championship game loaded. Peace.
See you later.